From my experience with the New York City Fire Department for over 20 years, we were really just taking educated guesses as to where firefighters were on the fire scene. We need to know where our personnel is at all times.
We know that gamers want a more immersive experience, and we're specifically focused on merging the physical world with the digital world.
So when people talk about the metaverse, they're usually talking about some really interesting aspect of contextual computing. Things you see in movies where you have digital ads flashing, or you have a notification that something you like is nearby. All of this requires real-world data. This, to me, is that next step in sort of contextual computing, where all of these devices have much more world awareness, including GPS.
Customers now expect any experience with some kind of brand's app to be dynamic, on time, and really creating value to help their lives. Are they on the first floor or the second floor of a mall coming to pick up their shoe order? And the only way to truly do that is to understand the X, Y, and Z components. So NextNav honestly was a game changer for us. Really, one of the very first things when I took over this department at Gimbal was to figure out a way that we could create scalable solutions that didn't require us installing hardware. NextNav allows us to accurately understand where a user is at any given moment.
Location-based gaming has, typically been X, Y, right? And there's never been a Z axis involved until now. We're actually taking a pretty big leap, saying, hey, we're gonna do this with the Pinnacle technology and with NextNav in particular. It comes down to trust. And so when we introduce something like, altitude into our games, we cannot have that functionality basically misfire.
When it comes to, especially to virtual and augmented reality, this is something people have dreamed about forever. And so now we're finally at that stage where we can start to get to consumer grade.
What we're able to do is get our vertical location through standard devices, cell phones, tablets, GPS off radios, smartwatches. And with Enhanced 911, with finding them and with vertical geolocating, we can pinpoint right where they are. And even if they move, we now know their exact location.
We need something like NextNav in order to actually understand where we are in relationship to the rest of the space. And we are not able to have these types of more personalized or smarter apps or experiences unless we have that data.
When you think about what NextNav's Pinnacle solution allows, we don't have to think, oh, that's off limits anymore. And that's the beauty of what NextNav is delivering.
This is truly life-saving technology for firefighters, EMS, police officers, and even active shooter incidents.
This is really just kind of scratching the surface because there's so many untapped potential inside of the location space, and it's highly dependent on a partner like NextNav to help us get there.